Hello, what's going on? It's Robots with Coffee Paul, and probably can't tell, but I've got the Giants and Phillies game on, which I've turned the sound off. So I want to quickly tell you about some sales that I got some comics real quick. I'm just going to put them all right here. So local store had a half off sale, and I wasn't really in the mood to get too much, but I got a bunch of Turtles books, and the ones I got were from the first volume. This has been reprinted in a lot of the books that I've been getting. It's Turtles and Cerebus, and I was really just kind of curious about seeing some of the extra things in there, and half off I figured I would get kind of a classic early issue classic for $1.50 back in 1986. This is 46 pages of story, I think. 46? So it's not just a crossover. It's a dense, thick issue for 45 pages. Still, that's a lot. It's a lot for $1.50 even in 1986. And then this is a cover price of $8, and it was half off. And it's Stan Sakai and Tom Luth. They both worked on Gru comics, and Tom Luth is the colorist here. I also know that he did a book, I think it was called Lionheart, that was in a Fantagraphics collection. So I figure for $4, this is a nice little story by Sakai. This is from the Volume 3 Turtles, and it's a cover that is inked by Larson. And I know he's kind of one of the producers on the book, gave the green light. This is the stuff that is not by Eastman Laird in any way, and when they did Volume 4, they didn't, Laird said this didn't count. A couple years later, a couple years ago actually, because this came out like in 97 or something, they said that they would not, or no, they did finish. They went back and they finished it, and did it all in color, but I don't have any of those. But this was something interesting to see in the back issues, and again, it was on sale, and I was like, I'll pick it up because I wanted to check it out. So you probably know that I've been rereading a lot of the Scud books to kind of look at the Zipatone, screen tone effects, and I have the collection, and I don't want to ruin the collection if I scan it for my purposes. I just thought that, I should just start getting the classic issues since I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here. And so I found this online, and it was also half price. And I remember this cover when it came out. I didn't pick it up because the collection was out when this was on the shelf as well, or it had come out as this was on the shelf. And it's a nice little mock-up of an action figure, which they did. And it's also referencing the human werewolf arm that he has. It's pretty wild. And again, it's also kind of cool to see the sort of extras. There weren't too many. There's just a lot of drawings that they included. And then kind of an update about them chasing Hollywood, basically trying to get their way into Hollywood. So pretty cool stuff. We'll move on to this book. This is Stupid #1. It's by Hilary Barta. And you may have seen recently that I did a comic strip with Hilary, where rather he reused some art that he did. He let me write dialogue over it, so that's pretty cool. Hilary's had a pretty long career in comics. I know him from various Simpsons-related comics from the 90s and the aughts, and up until semi-recently when they stopped publishing it. So he's been around the block. But he's also around the block for me. But anyway, I'm going to bother him with this later on. So some more books that I ordered. This is from Volume 4. And it's Laird and the other guys from Mirage Studios, mostly Jim Lawson. And I had all these issues, and I sold them some time ago, and because I wasn't rereading them. But in just kind of doing my Turtles catch up and looking at the Eastman and Laird stuff specifically, I wanted to revisit some of this. And they're really expensive online when you look. And I found this one for pretty cheap on mycomicshop.com at Lone Star. So I picked up a copy. There you go. It's also Scud number 14. The cover is on the side, not the actual comic. And again, figure since I'm going through and I'm going through the issues, so I don't have to do anything. So I'll take the big book and stretch it out and ruin it. I'll just take this. And then the last thing I got, this was a free comic book day book from a while ago. What year was it? 2007? Yes, 2007. And Fantagraphics was, and I think still is, releasing the Peanuts collections, and they did this one called Unseen Peanuts. There's a lot of Peanuts gags that they just never reprinted up until Fantagraphics took over to print them, because they did reprint a lot of Peanuts books and Charlie Brown comics and small digest books. And I had it. I gave it away to somebody who is a huge Peanuts fan, and I was thinking about the book the other day, and I figured I would track it down. Again, another thing that's probably pretty expensive, but I managed to get it for kind of cheap, even though it's a free comic book day book. So there you go. Those are some recent comics and some stuff I found on the internets, and I wanted to mention that. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully I'll get back to drawing. See you later.